Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I'm going to be sharing how I created this giant wall mirror using mirrors from Target, but you can also use mirrors from Walmart. My first choice was Walmart, but they were completely sold out. And at the end of the video, I also will be showing how I dried this pampas grass. But this is the way that it turned out, and I feel like it elevates our space so much. It makes it feel more homey and not like a small 2-bedroom apartment. If you want to know how I created it, then keep watching and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I picked up 6 mirrors from Target. They only had 5 black, and I wasn't going to go all over the place looking for the 6th black one, so I just got white and I'm going to spray paint it black. So to create the grid, I picked up these white plastic dividers at Lowe's, and I was originally going to go with wood, but I found these and they were perfect, and I wanted them to be almost 2 inches thick. I will have them linked down below. And we are going to measure them and cut them in to the size that we need to create the grids for the mirrors to make one big grid mirror. This is the glue that I went with because it says that it bonds to plastic and mirrors. Next, I divided my mirror size by 3 just to see how big each grid was going to be. I did mark it at 15 3/4 inches, and it made 3 perfect squares. Once I was done measuring all the mirrors, I measured the inside of the mirror to see how long I needed my dividers to be, and then I went ahead and cut those with a utility knife. You can also use scissors if you have some strong ones, but this was pretty easy. I just went over it a couple times and then it snapped in half and it was perfect. Once you're done doing that, make sure that they fit the mirrors perfectly. And be very careful while you are cutting because utility knives are sharp. So once everything was done, I did have to spray paint my white mirror. So here I am taping the whole thing off, and this was quite a struggle. It took a little while just to make sure that the painter's tape was right at the edge. Once everything was spray painted and dry, I started gluing my plastic pieces to the mirror, and this was really hard to squeeze. I've never squeezed one before, but I got it done. Just one small line of glue should be enough, and right where you marked your mirror at 15 3/4 inches is where you're going to put the center of the divider, and then go ahead and give it a good press. And the good thing about this glue is that it bonds in 30 seconds, so you don't have to wait for it to dry like E6000 glue. So once you're done with your first mirror, you can use that as a guide for your next mirrors so that everything lines up perfectly. Since we are renting, I did want this to be renter friendly, so I used command strips just like I did in my previous mirror DIY to stick the mirrors to the wall. Of course, if you own your home, you can secure it a little more permanently with either adhesive or any kind of hanging solution that you may find. So to make sure that your mirror is perfectly centered, you are going to want to measure out the center of your wall and then the center of your first mirror, and right where those 2 marks are, you will line them up, and then just give that mirror a good press, and then go ahead and line up your next mirror right next to it, and then the following one right next to it on the other side. Since we don't have a ladder, I did need my husband's help to put up the next 3 above the bottom 3 that I did put up. And we just lined them up together and made sure that they were touching as close as possible. And we went ahead and gave it a good press to make sure that it was nice and stuck. The last one that we're putting up right now is the white one that I spray painted black. And I only had high gloss spray paint, but you can't even tell, it's perfect. Now I'm just giving the mirrors a good wipe down with the Sprayway glass cleaner. It is so good with the microfiber cloth, and you guys, the possibilities are endless. You could definitely use this for a wedding or for parties and write on it with some chalk marker. anything. The possibilities are endless. This would be beautiful if it was spray painted in gold, and it's perfect if you have just a big giant wall that's empty in your home and you can't figure out what to do with the space. And I love the way that I did it because it doesn't require any power tools, because I don't have any power tools. Restoration Hardware has a similar mirror and it is so pricey, like over, I want to say like $800. So this was so simple and it was a fraction of the cost. So to create this entire mirror, it cost me about $70, which includes the mirrors, the command strips, the spray paint, and the plastic pieces that I picked up from Lowe's. Here I was having Joe spot me because the stool that I'm standing on is super wobbly and I did not want to fall. So while we were doing this, I decided to go ahead and decorate for fall a little bit. I picked up this garland at Target. I am definitely going to have to get a ladder or a step stool because I want to go back and fluff it out because it's not the way I want it to look. Now I'm just going to go ahead and vacuum. I also picked up this vase from Marshall's for the pampas grass that I DIY'd. I will show you guys at the end of the video how I dried the pampas grass. I picked up these 2 real pumpkins from Walmart. They were $4. And I did give them a good wipe down because they were dusty, and I'm just going to place them right next to the pampas grass. I got this rattan pumpkin from Target and these 3 pumpkins from the Target dollar spot. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would, and this is the way that it turned out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful and useful, and I will see you guys in my next one. Keep watching if you want to see how I dried the pampas grass. How to dry pampas grass. So if you don't know, pampas grass can be pretty pricey online. So my husband, the kids, and I went on a walk and we found a huge bush and we just cut a few of them. And the first thing I did was I stripped the stem until it was just one long smooth piece. And you do want to wear gloves when you do this. It didn't cut me, but it did feel like I had a bunch of tiny cuts. So wear gloves. Next, I did go ahead and give it a good shake to get everything off of it, all the loose pieces. And then I tied 2 stems together and I spread them apart and hung them on a piece of twine that I had ran across 2 doors. And I gave it a good spray with a lot of hairspray, and then I dried it for about 3 days, and this is the way that they turned out.